Hey guys, it's been a while since the last update, but we've made a lot of progress on the car. You guys probably saw the video I posted a few days ago of me driving it down the road. Made a little bit of progress since then. We got this fender going. We get quite a bit of progress done on it here today and yesterday. But yeah, I figured I'd give you guys an update. So there's a lot of things here that weren't done in the last video. We finished the battery box, and I got the battery mounted. Everything's good with that. Thing's rock solid. Replaced my terminals with gold terminals and put a new ground wire on. Fixed the positive terminal. Got this off of eBay, and what I did was, because the ring terminal for the fuel pump wires, they were getting wore out from tightening and untightening it, and that positive terminal was actually causing me issues. This is a quote-unquote high-end terminal. A lot of car audio guys use these, and these are supposed to be subwoofer outputs, but I ended up using the sub outputs for the fuel pump wires. So the fuel pump wires have their own dedicated terminal on this terminal, so that's pretty cool. That's actually been pretty nice. That's fixed a lot of the issues I was having with the, well, fixed all the issues I was having with the terminals, so that's a big deal. We got the engine running right finally. Some of you guys might know that I was having issues with the way that the engine was running. It would run really well up until it hit 80 degrees Celsius, and then it would just start running like crap, and I wasn't really sure what was going on with it. Found out that the fan here, the Evo AC fan, either it's got some kind of weird wiring to it, or there's a winding in the motor that's bad, which is probably, that's what I'm going with. I'm going to say it's probably a bad winding. But it was shorting to ground, so every time the engine hit 80 degrees Celsius, which is when this fan is set to come on with the radiator fan, it would start shorting to ground, and it would mess all the sensors up. So that's the reason it was running so bad. Come on, cat. But anyway, figured that out, but not until after the radiator, the old 19-year-old radiator, original factory Evo radiator that was in the car, saw a few too many heat cycles, and one of the tanks on the top, well, the tank on the top, ended up, the adhesive that held it to the aluminum failed. So I had to get a new radiator, which I just ended up buying a Mishimoto Evo 4-6 radiator. And I'm actually fairly impressed with this. This is a really nice piece. Installation was fairly easy. I had to modify the frame a little bit. The bottom part of the radiator was actually hitting the lower part of the frame down there, so I had to bend it back a little bit, kind of tap it back in some spots to make it fit. But overall, it was a fairly simple installation, so that's all done. What else? Oh, some of you guys might have noticed we got the trunk and the wing done, and that turned out really nice. Dad shot the paint for it, and the wing is 3 pieces, so that was a fun job. Oh no, it's actually 4 pieces, so yeah, that was a fun job. But yeah, everything's good, everything works. I need to get a connector for this wing, or for the brake light in the wing, and it's actually the same connector as the third brake light, so you should be able to find one of those pretty easy in a pull yard, and then splice it into where all the brake lights work, and that'll be good. So probably gonna have the rear bumper resprayed fairly soon. It's my old 1.8 liter front wheel drive transmission. That's sold. So yeah, everything's coming right along. Car runs really well now. Got some bugs to iron out with the tune. I've been adjusting the fuel trims and logging, and adjusting fuel trims again and logging, just typical stuff that needs to be done. I need to get a heat shield for the exhaust manifold so that I stop melting my AC hose. You can kind of see it's starting to a little bit, so I'll have to get that taken care of. Not the best way to route this hose, Mitsubishi. Well, whatever. We'll make do. So yeah, heat shield. Exhaust system is in the works, and I need to upgrade the intercooler from the stock Evo 8 intercooler to an aftermarket Evo 8 intercooler, something a little nicer, that's gonna flow better. And I need to get an oil cooler still, because right now it is just blocked off. And what else? Oh, I need to replace the wideband. I'm not sure at this point if the sensor on the gauge is actually no good or not. Regardless, I'd like to upgrade to a gauge that has a newer LS 4.9 sensor, I believe, is the new Bosch sensor. So a little faster response time, and something that is open air, something I can do open air calibration with, and also something that I can set to lambda, because I need to start learning how to read lambda if I'm gonna ever think about running E85. So I'll have to do that. And oh yeah, I don't think I showed the new fuel injectors. These are, well, I can't really see, it's pretty dark in here. Well, they're Injector Dynamic 1700cc injectors. So hang on, I've got a bar light over here. That's a Porsche 924 engine. Kind of tinkering on that. It's for sale if anybody wants it. There we go. Now you can see in there a little better. So those are the new fuel injectors. I've been waiting on those. It took 3 months to get those because of the quality control issues they were having with these injectors failing. It was taking Injector Dynamics a long time to produce them, and also the company that I ordered them through sent me Evo 10 injectors the first time after waiting a month and a half, and then I had to wait another month and a half. So wasn't super happy with them about that, but oh well, it is what it is. At least it's getting done now. You might notice that I eliminated the trying to remember what they called it, the Mitsubishi SAS system, the secondary air system, basically the factory anti-lag stuff. That was just while I was diagnosing, trying to figure out what was causing the car to run so poorly. Got rid of a whole bunch of vacuum lines, so that'll probably make its way back onto the car, but I still have to add the bung to the intercooler piping for the thing to hook up and stuff like that. There's still lots of stuff to do. I'm hoping, not totally sure if I'll be able to make it, but I'm hoping to be able to take this car to the all-wheel drive Army meet August 7th in Ohio, and we'll see. I'd like it to be able to make it there, but it's going to be weather dependent because these fenders aren't going to be done yet, and that's just bare metal. So if it's going to rain, if there's even a slight chance of rain, I won't be able to take the car. And also it's going to be tune dependent because obviously the car's not tuned yet, so it's not running great. I've done the idle and cruise tuning on it, and it cruises great in closed loop. Open loop, it's still running super rich, so lots of tuning work to do there still. And then I've got an exhaust on the way. OBX is a real cheap exhaust company. You find their stuff on eBay a lot of times. I actually ran one of their mufflers on the car before, and I was actually really impressed with the quality of it, considering how cheap it was. Well, I found out that they make a Evo 4 to 6 exhaust kit, and on Amazon it was only $155 shipped, so I really couldn't say no to that. Full 3-inch with a 4-inch Canon style muffler. So I ordered one of those, and I also ordered 2 3-inch V-bands with flanges. So the stock Evo 4 exhaust has a reducer, or it was not a reducer, but it's got a 2.5-inch outlet on the catalytic converter. The exhaust that I ordered from OBX is a full 3-inch all the way up to the flange where it bolts to the catalytic converter. It's got a reducer there to 2.5-inch, so I'm going to cut that off, weld the V-band flange to it, and then probably cut the flange off the downpipe and weld the other V-band flange there, and then make a V-band 3-inch cat pipe for it. So yeah, that will be all set. That'll make it easy to install it and remove it. So I think that'll be pretty trick. So we'll see. But yeah, as long as the exhaust is on the car, because right now it is unbearably loud and hot because where the exhaust exits underneath the car. Right there. So right here at my feet. And makes the whole center of the car really hot where the shifter is. It's fun to drive, but it would not be pleasant to drive all the way to Ohio from here. So that's like a 3-hour drive to get to the speedway where the all-wheel drive army meet is. So definitely not ideal. Hopefully that exhaust will be here in time and I can get it fabbed up and on the car. And if I can get that done, get the tune squared away, and as long as the weather is good, then I think the car will be making an appearance there. So stay tuned. I guess we'll see. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.